the village meeting of the 17th Western Zonal Conference of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, that you are able to make it down. Can you put your hands together for yourself? On that note, may I humbly request that we remain upstanding as we have the opening prayer. We'll take the second stanza of the national anthem as our opening prayer. And thereafter, we'll take the national anthem and the ICAN anthem. The opening prayer, one together. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, love and honesty to grow, living just in truth, great enough time to be, to build a nation where peace and justice will reign. Amen. While we are still standing, we take the national anthem and the ICAN anthem. Once again, we want to welcome you all to the village meeting of the 17th Western Zonal Accountant Conference of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, the village meeting, which we do in our tradition as a zonal conference. On this note, let me specially recognize in our midst the 58th president of our great institute. Please, with a round of applause, in a Western way, celebrate Malam Tijani Musa Isa, BSc, MIODSCA. And I think you can do better than that as a Westerner. Thank you very much, my president. It is with great pleasure to also have in our midst the Vice President of our great institute. In a Western way, let's welcome Dr. Innocent Okwosa, FCA. Also very much present here with us is the first Deputy Vice President of our great institute. Please celebrate Chief DCS Alaribe, FCA. Also in our midst is the second Deputy Vice President. Celebrate Madam Aruna Yaya, MNI, FCA. We also have distinguished members of the Governing Council of our great institute. Permit me to specially recognize Mr. Tajuddin Adewale Olayinka, FCA. He is one of the extracts of the Western Zone, and we are happy to host you there. Also seated next to him is one of us in the Western Zone, Mr. Jagin Adeyemi Olakison, FCA. We also have in our midst Mr. Oladele Nore Oladipo, FCA. It is with great pleasure I want to specially recognize the man I call my boss, the Registrar Chief Executive of our great institute. Please celebrate Professor Ahmed Kumse, FCA. Also very much present in our midst this evening is the woman who definitely, you know, in ICAN everybody is a man. The woman who is the chairperson for the Western Zone, Alhaja Princess Kafilat Azan, FCA. The conference chairman who has been working with his team to make sure that this 17th Western Zonal Conference is made a reality and a successful one. Please celebrate Mr. Samuel Egbetomo, FCA. Permit me to specially recognize the Deputy Registrar Corporate Services. I'm recognizing him specially because I'm in his home soil, and I know definitely he will take care of this. Please celebrate Mr. Mugala Lawal, FCA. Permit me, as I specially recognize the woman I refer to always, Chairman for Love, celebrate Queensley Segosime, MNI, FCA. Let me also recognize the head of corporate communication of our great institute, Mrs. Mumi Owolabi. Please a round of applause for her. Also very much present here with us is the Director of Membership Affairs, Mr. Shehu Badamosi, FCA. We also have in our midst, your seat is here, sir. Your seat is here, sir.
Yes, your seat is.
It's labeled here, sir. Thank you very much. Please, as we welcome on top of the high table, celebrate our honorary treasurer, Mr. Toby Abiola, FCA. I want to specially recognize all the past zonal chairmen that are here, the district chairman for the Western Zone, district chairman from other zones, the delegates that are very much present here. Permit me, because of want of time, because the president needs to get back to base. Can you celebrate yourself? Please put your hands together for yourself and celebrate yourself. I will be directing the affairs of this meeting this evening, and I remain Olusegun Ogunade, FCA. On this note, tonight we are kickstarting the program in our usual tradition to have the village meeting. And you know we are one family. This is the opportunity and the avenue where you have room to have interaction with the president of our institute, things that bother much, on the things that move in our institute. But before I invite the zonal chairman to give award before the president. My council member, your space is in front. As they come, please help me celebrate a member of the governing council, Dr. Sheyi Olanrewaju FCA. Please come forward. We have a seat for you in front. Thank you very much. Let me put your hands together for him as he comes. It was just in a minute to welcome us all. Then we have our president speak, then we can have interaction with the president. Please a round of applause for Princess Kapila.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The 58th president, the presidency, the council members, the council, the president's entourage, the zonal chairman here present, the past chairman, the chairman, and all the delegates. So I want to welcome all on behalf of the 23 districts in the Western Zone to the 17th Western Accountants Conference, which is start October 2023. So especially, we want to thank the President for his early arrival. So we are indeed very, very sorry for keeping you. So we are sorry, sir. So we are taking this apology on behalf of everybody in this zone. Kindly accept our apology, sir, as we welcome you to Badagry, and we pray you have a very safe stay in Badagry and have a wonderful time, sir, and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my Western Zonal Chairman. On this note, permit me to invite the 58th President of our great institute, Malam Tijani Musa Isa, FCA, as he gives us a brief opening remark. Please a round of applause for that. Let's welcome him in a Western way. Do it better and better in a Western way. So the 58th President of our great institute, Malam Tijani Musa Isa, FCA. Thank you.
I don't know where to start, because since morning, all the brochure, all the banners are bearing my portrait. So I don't know the catch. Elijah, I don't know. Okay, you see, I'm the 58th president. So I'm acting for the 59th president. I'm holding it for him before June this year. Mr. Vice President, thank you very much. I wish to sincerely thank the organizers of this conference. From all indications, we pray that it will be really successful. I wish also to sincerely thank my colleagues in the council. I think your turnout is extremely impressive. I wish to thank you very, very much. The entire presidency is here. The registrar is here. We have at least 11 council members here. So, again, for a village meeting, not the real conference itself or a technical session, the attendance is equally impressive. I thank you very much. I thank you very much, and I pray that our intellectual interactions in the next 2 days will be fruitful, and by the end of the day, we have a worthy communique that will make public and set the authority. Finally, when I had the MC, I was wondering who was it, because he's the chairman, he's all right. So it was when I stood up to come here, then I said, oh, it is Chief Session. Thank you very much. I know you will do wonderfully the way you are doing in the ICAN and the society. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and let's start. Thank you.
You are starting a program and you're already scoring 120 over 100. I was thinking that you will start better because President said for a village meeting, this turnout is quite impressive. Thank you very much, all our delegates. And my President, the people we are seeing physically are just the paint of it. There are some who have connected virtually to make sure that they see the President's face and hear his voice. So you are not just seeing these people here alone, but some are connected over. To the Western Zonal delegate, can you celebrate yourself more? So on this note, we all know that village meeting is more or less like a family meeting where we'll bring out some observation, questions, contribution on how to grow our institute. And I'm sure people that are familiar with me, I will want to start by giving numbers. Once we conclude that numbers, I don't have question giving back to question. And we always appeal because of want of time to, if someone has asked your question, please just tell them jump and pass. Because we need to save time so that the President can go back, refresh, and prepare for the opening ceremony tomorrow. So I will start from this wing. How many of us have question, contribution, suggestion, observation? Let me go to this angle. Do we have a question here? Thank you very much. Number 2, Zonal Secretary. Number 3, sir. Is that all? Oh, Pastor Shigan, number 4. Thank you very much. If you permit me, can we please step forward, the 4 of us? Please, the second mic.
Mr. Alatukos Titus Akiru, membership number 12721, past chairman of Osun District Society, 2014-2016, and past Western Zonal Conference Secretary, 2008, 12721, 12721. Well, I remember when we wanted to start this regional conference, we have aims and objectives. And I remember when they said we should be having this type of gathering to develop our various district society within the zonal conference. I remember the first one was in Ibadan, second in Abeokuta, we did in Osun, third. And immediately we did our conference. Till we realized about, say, like 5 million then. No society within us, the organizing this society got not less than 500,000, 600,000, then back 2008. And when we did our own, we bought a land costing 800,000 naira. We equipped our office, we bought a refrigerator. Mr. Agbada was asking, what else can we do with this money? What else can we do with this money? But by the time we got to the 4th, 5th zonal conferences, the beat changed. It's now after realizing money, they give the society 5,000, 11,000, at times 3,000 to do what? I think you still have to look into this. After making 18 million, 17 million, they will now give. I think 3 weeks ago I was joined by chairman. He said, how much are you giving last year? I said 15,000. We always pray for better tomorrow. Not that yesteryears will be better than this year. It really called for concern that the purpose of having Western Zonal Conference is about being defeated. Thank you. That's my observation, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Mr. President, council members, and all delegates. My name is Afolabi Abidin Olaide, FCA. Afolabi Abidin Olaide, FCA. Membership number 28677. MB 028677. The General Secretary, Oyo and District Society. Mine is an observation, and I just see this as an opportunity to just give us that, to hear my observation. It's on the concern about the dwindling fortune of ICAN ICAN is really sweating for citywide. And practically, we discovered that we need to train the trainers. Most of our state governments are funding science courses. Physics, chemistry, biology are receiving adequate attention from the government. Not so for financial accounting, among others, at least at the grassroots or secondary school level. In Oyo district, we hosted over 300 students in our last citywide, and the teacher, Kali, demanded for train the trainers course. The chairman, the executives, we took it upon ourselves to arrange with the teachers on how to train them, so that we can entrench the glory of accounting. If government is not doing enough, we have to do. We bought about 100 textbooks, and ICAN deemed it fit. ICAN supported us with a lot of parts to ensure this is different from the very road. Why I'm saying this is that it's not first coming to the knowledge of ICAN, but I want other districts to emulate same and train the trainers and support these students.
Say that it's appearing vocative. When you say dwindling fortunes of ICAN, what does that mean? That's number one. Number two, and what are your suggestions as to address that as an issue? Please be that because of time. They say dwindling fortune like so and so, and then you say I think if so and so is done, then respond. Thank you.
Thank you, my President.
Expected to be given to accounting courses at the grassroots level is not there at secondary school level, and that is why we supply over 100 textbooks, and ICAN supported us. We now observe that may repeat itself, replicate same in other districts, so that other districts too can not only distribute textbooks to the students, but encourage the teachers and train the trainers. That's just it.
No problem.
Thank you.
President, I greet especially the presidency, I salute. My colleagues, I greet you. My name is Orifela Shokemi, 5499. 5499. My concern is for those of us in practice. In my district, I'm from Ota, District Society. Now there have been issues of concern concerning the practice license. When I was to renew, it took me about 4 months to renew the practice license. My other colleagues in the district, they are finding it difficult to renew, not because they lack anything, but because ICAN did not do what should be done. Now, ICAN has inspected the offices of these people, yet 6 months down the line, they are yet to be renewed. So I don't know what is happening. Me, I lost a bid on account of expired license. My colleague too in Ota district said he has lost some bids due to these inefficiencies in ICAN. So please, can you help us to speed up the renewal of license? It shouldn't take 1 month to renew once you have met all the criteria. Thank you, sir.
All protocol duly observed. My name is Omoni Yoshisoya, membership number 16020, Chairman Mowe District. 16020. I just want to ask for the updates on, there was a memo from the Office of the Registrar with respect to the MOU concerning CITN and all that. And that was withdrawn at the point by another letter. So we would like to know update at this time. Thank you.
And some that I will refer to. Number one, titles. You are, as basically you are talking of the application of conference funds. We know we have 4 zonal conferences: north, south, east, south, south, and north, east, west, and south, south. As far as this is concerned, you have all your peculiarities, and this is a purely internal affair. However, as you are part of the ICAN family, we will only come and advise if you call upon to do it. Ideally, you give advice when you are requested to. So please sit down with the zonal executive, discuss the situation, and try as much as possible to solve it. But the secretariat or the council cannot delve into that to do it. Thank you. The second one, apology, is here's an observation, the dwindling fortune of ICAN, and he said is concerned about accounting education at the secondary school level. Am I right? Am I right? Said, you see, when I was growing up, I don't know now, accounting is only taught in commercial colleges. I could remember in 1968, I got admission into Kano Commercial College. But I didn't go till 19, okay? It was 1970 I went to Korea College. So I don't know now whether the syllabus or the syllabi of secondary schools in the country, especially public owned, have accounting as a subject. Because here we are talking of so many things. Is it part of the syllabus? That's number one. Now, if it's part of the syllabus, how robust is syllabus in the context of the standard of ICAN? Number 3, which is beyond ICAN, is the quality of the teachers. These are the trainers you are talking about. So, how do we go about it? I don't know whether the registrar would have something to say on it. Because our own is, even with tertiary institutions, is accreditation, or in some cases, MCAT. This is where we look at what they are about. I think the Vice President will also add the effort ICAN is making to be part of the development of the accounting syllabus in tertiary institutions. Is that so? That is it. So maybe later we'll comment on that. Number 3, Olufela is concerned about the apprentice license, the issuance. This has been a recurring problem, but the first PTBC is there. He has been very much part of it, and himself and the registrar, I think they will tell you more about the issue of apprentice license. However, what I want to add, you did not have to lose bid because you didn't have apprentice license, because obtaining it on time, it depends on so many factors. However, it is not within your control. Once it's left to you to apply in good time before it expires. Number 2, when you apply and you have not got it and you need to submit practice license, you could ask the institute whom it may concern that you are a bona fide member of the institute, you have a valid practice license, but it has expired. Meanwhile, you have applied and it's in the process of issuing a new one to you. Then you could attach it to the old one. So I think I didn't explore that, or you didn't come to find out that I applied. Ladies and gentlemen, this complaint is not peculiar to Mr. Olupela. I think if the registrar could remember, we were in Calabar as my first audit as president in June, and this issue came that to collect license takes too long, or sometimes for you to collect it, you have to come into Lagos into an expense, and sometimes because we don't collect it, and sometimes you have communication problems, security, all these issues. I think they will explain it to you as we move on. Finally, Omoni is talking on the update on the MOU with CITN. The registrar is in a good position to explain that. May I call on the Vice President on what you will do? Thank you.
Okay, I will speak just on the aspect of the accounting curriculum. The Institute actually participated in the development of the current university degree curriculum for accounting, and that's at a higher level. I know the questionnaire, the person who asked the question was making reference to the lower level of accounting and the effort they have made for accounting to be taken serious at the lower level. I think I would say we commend your efforts in that direction. But what the Institute has done is to look at accounting across the different strata, starting from the OND, HND, and then the university curriculum. ICAN actually reviewed the syllabus for OND and HND and presented that to MPT. As you're aware, I think the last MPT review was around 2014, and ever since then, they are still using the old syllabus, and the Institute was worried about that and prompted the MPT to review their syllabus. Also, at the NUC, ICAN also reviewed their syllabus and presented to NUC. So the point is that the Institute has been proactive to make sure that accounting curriculum across different strata gets the adequate attention and upgrade that it needs. But we have not gotten to the level of the O level that you talked about. So what you have told us is commendable. We will look into the the O level bit of it and align with what you have told us today. Thank you.
Okay, the license to practice, Mr. President, since I have the presidential directive, let me sit down. Mr. President, dear provincial colleagues, good evening. So the issue of license to practice, so we are going to, last year we cleared almost everything, but I just accumulated now. Those who have such problems, please, you can call me. I will give you the number of the HOD. He works day and night with his staff. But the issue is that those who are talking about the license, the applications they have made from last year, that one will be attended to immediately. But those who have outstanding applications prior to, let's say, May, before May, last year, you know you've been communicated. If there's any such person, you should see me within this conference. You'll be written. They told you what your problem, what the problem is. Let me repeat. If there's anybody that applied for license to practice, either fresh or renewal, nobody has attended to you up to 31st of May last year. Please see me or ask the person to call me. But for those who applied from 1st of June last year, your application is being processed. You can also reach me. I'll give you the number of the HOD. He will tell you the position. So those that applied prior to 1st of June last year, they've been attended to. They've told why their license cannot be processed. And for now, every application is done online. A situation you write a love letter, send through DHL to the registrar. They should renew your license. That has gone. They will return it to you. Everything you need to do now, you go online and do it. The district society chairman will clear you. Then you have no issue at all. Especially those who are renewing. Council do not approve renewal again. They only informed. So please, we want to look at that scenario, whether it's before the cutoff date, 31st May last year, or from 1st of June, so that we know how to tackle it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Excuse me, this license is very, very serious. Therefore, in respect of renewal, not new application, in respect of renewal, I would like to call on the Corporate Communications Directorate to make an advert on national newspapers that if you submit your application for renewal and you are in a situation where part of the bidding documents is, which usually is the letter of to whom it may concern, you should contact for it so that you don't lose that by chance, the chance of securing that assignment on the ground that you don't have a valid license. I think we'll do that for our members. It's not be too much. Okay. My thinking is the gentleman, the other fellow that he lost a bit now, probably there must have been a communication gap. But if we do this, and also, Bumi, we need to inform all the chairmen of all the district societies about that and refer them to it. So that if you lose, or if we are to lose, God forbid, any bid, it shouldn't be on the ground of lack of valid practice license. Thank you very much.
To just 2 or 3 of the questions. Let me start with the practice license. The Institute, over the past 12, maybe 1.5 years, we have taken this issue of the practice license really, really very seriously. It has fully been automated now, whether it is renewal or a new or fresh license you're applying for, it is fully automated. And the system is such that once you are filling the application form online, if some of the necessary information required are not provided, the system will not proceed to the next stage. And you will be able to even complete your application. For instance, if you are not a financial member, when it's to that stage, the system will not allow you to proceed. If you don't have enough credit hours or credit units, the system will not allow you to complete. And also, there is a stage where we get confirmation from business societies and so on. Now, once the system is automated and you are finally able to submit your practice license, it will take the practice license committee, the PPC committee, meets once every month to consider those licenses. And as it has been said, for license renewals, it doesn't go to council. Once the secretariat does its due diligence, submits it to the committee, and the committee approves it, the licenses will be issued immediately. It's only for fresh license have to go to the council for council's approval. And in order to ensure that we process these things as quickly as possible, even the process of signing the license too has already been automated. We now use the ghostwriting machine, signature machine, to sign all the license. I know that in the past couple of months we had some challenges, I think between October to December, with the issue of the license renewal. But I can assure you that within the last 2 weeks or so, over about 400 licenses have already been signed and ready for collection. And we have a backlog of about, I think, between 100, I'm not sure of the number, but between 150 to maybe 250 are still outstanding. Some of them had some issues, which will have to be referred back to the members. There were some observations by the committee, but we are taking it very seriously, and we are even very soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be fully automated in the sense that the system will prompt you once your license is due to expire. For instance, if it's remaining 6 months to the expiration of your license, it will just prompt you that yes, your license will expire in 6 months. Please try to start the renewal process. And another prompt will come 3 months to the expiration of the license. And I know some of you had experiences of when the licenses are renewed, you get the dates being renewed just about less than a year at times because of the continuity. But that has also been addressed. The date approved by the committee for the renewal of license is the date that's going to appear on your license. So you are going to have about a complete 2 years validity of your licenses. So we are working really hard to ensure that we make it very seamless to our members with regards to the license renewal.
Let me come back to the license renewal. Whether you are applying for a new license or applying for renewal, you might still have some issues with the institute. However, in the case of renewal, and you have not been reissued a new one, you'll be given that letter to whom it may concern. What I want to tell you, or want to add now is that letter will only be valid for 30 days. It's not another license. It's for 30 days, and everybody will understand their system and process it anywhere. So you are getting a new license or a reissued license, depending on satisfying the criteria that has been laid down for that. Thank you very much. The MOU or CIT, we're into into agreement with CITN. We were to only practice tax. That was understanding based on the MOU. However, the regulation of tax resides in CITN, given the tax. So we signed that MOU on that basis. However, our members are concerned because all of us in the council, we're here representing you and the government. 24 of us are elected by you, 6 are appointed by or nominated by the government representing the 6 geopolitical zones. Okay? So we must listen and act accordingly when our members have concerns. And the concern of members is that we also not only practice that, we should regulate tax. Why? Because ICAN and ICAN are recognized by law as auditors. So you both practice auditing or accountancy in general and also regulate it. So why should ICAN practice tax but it's not regulated? How can you practice what you cannot regulate? So the thinking is, if you are a member of ICAN, you come under the auspices of ICAN as far as regulation of tax is concerned. While if you are a member of ANAN, you come under the auspices of ANAN when it comes to regulating tax. However, if you neither belong to ICAN or ANAN, you could come under the auspices of CITN in the regulation of tax. Because in the UK, or even here, some tax practitioners could be lawyers or non-accountants. This is the bit I will say now. However, I hope you are in agreement. So this is the issue the council or the institute is addressing as far as the concern of our members is. Thank you.
the implementation of the MOU signed with CITN. After the memo was issued, there were some serious concerns raised by some of our members, and some of these concerns were directed to Council. And Council said, pending the time that these issues will be resolved, that memo should be withdrawn first. So we had to withdraw the memo to ensure that some of these concerns raised, this is not an avenue for us to discuss those concerns raised by our members, but just there were some serious concerns raised, so we are looking into it. As soon as that has been resolved, we will continue, maybe renegotiate the issues with the CITN and send out a fresh memo or notice to members. Thank you, Mr. President.
When we listened to the issues they raised, we advised Council that they have issues, they have a good ground for the case they are making. The ultimate pursuit of Council is to ensure that we amend our act to empower a chartered accountant to practice all that a chartered accountant is supposed to practice, such that we do not need an MOU to practice what we ought to practice as chartered accountants. And that is why our response on the MOU is what it is today. It was an interim measure taken by Council, but that's not the permanent solution to it. We won't want to talk much about what the Institute is doing in that direction, but I want us to be rest assured that we want to address it such that you practice all you're supposed to practice as an accountant without us having to sign an MOU with any professional body. Thank you.
As we are having in this country, especially the proliferation of other accountants. And that is, the ICAN Act was enacted in 1965. In 1965, there were only 250 members. Today, 58 years after, we still have the same act. And the political, social, and economic dynamics necessitates that that particular act, document, needs to be reviewed. So in 2005, the Institute started the process of getting the ICAN Act amended. 18 years now. How many years now? 2005 years, 18 years. We have not been able to do that. You know, ICAN does not have the power to legislate. Just as the Act in 1965 had to go to Parliament, the same amendment would have to go to the National Assembly. And this is the problem we are facing. We want you to appreciate it. If all the amendments were wanted to make to the Act were accommodated, I don't think we would have the problems we are having with either CITN or forensic work, and we don't know what the other bodies. Maybe soon you have Institute of External Auditors. So you will not be an auditor unless you belong to them. So I want you to understand the predicament of the Institute. And I want you to appreciate what we are also doing. We are on it. We have been in the last 2 years, I don't know how many times we have been in the National Assembly, including public hearings. So please, I want you to understand and include us in your prayers. Thank you very much.
More. Thank you very much. My brother number 1. Number 2, please come out. Do we have any other person? Number 3, please come. Number 4, please come. Yeah. Please just stay out there. On this side, do we have anyone with concerns, questions, observations? Any? Thank you very much. Please give us your name, membership number, your district, and straight to your
body. Membership number 487. 2487. This is society. My question goes thus. Sometime in December, we receive a circular to the tuition center provider in Nigeria, Association of Tuition Center Provider in Nigeria, that a certain level of examination, ICAN examination, is going digital. That is foundation. I want to confirm when it's said to be this coming May. We want to be sure, and the tuition houses have not been communicated officially. The memo was addressed to the association. And if we have our details, Association of Tuition Center Provider of Nigeria, that is what I saw in the memo. That online CBT, the foundation level will be CBT, that is a computer-based examination. So, and we have not received any circular directly from the ICAN. So, I want to confirm that now, because I am one of the promoters of the tuition center at Ota. Thank you.
Good evening, all, to the President and the Council members, also my colleague. My name is Musiba Olawa, membership number 13827 from Owe. My question goes to 13827. All right? Okay. My thought is on the Federal Reporting Council of Nigeria. It publicizes some information that all the practitioners have to be paying. All the practitioners have to be paying some subscription to their post. Well, I don't know what our council is doing, at least to help us solve the situation, because we are not directly their member. Why must we be paying subscription to them, even though we are practicing as auditor or accounting profession? Thank you.
MB 13747. 13747. Yes, sir. 747. So, number 1, I want to know the significance of the agreement we had in India. So, can you just briefly explain? Then secondly, I think last week, somebody said something on social media that we read about happenings in council. Happenings in council, ICAN council, not any other council. So, help us, just even if you cannot give us details, let us, I think we are members, so let us, what is going on? We are somehow worried. Thank you, sir.
Membership 37413. I think my question is in relation, Amo district. My question is in relation to Amusa Akim. 37413. 413. My question is concerning India. Now somebody has said so I'll pass.
My name is Inka Adoriti. Membership number 031401. Adoriti. Inka Adoriti. Yes. MB 31401. Yes. My concern is the recent rumor about. Decision of the council to convert, or how do I put it, the INA members, that they will organize a 4-month program for them, and after which they will obtain the institute certificate. I want the president to help us clarify this, and let us know how that one will be of benefit to the institute. Thank you.
You see, let me start with your own. ICAN certificate is not for that. ICAN certificate is not for. ICAN certificate is not for sale. ICAN is not desperate to get just everybody into the fold. You are aware that in December we were in London and we signed some documents with the Institute of Data Accountants, Institute of Data Accountants England and Wales. We also held a meeting with ICCA. With England and Wales, I think it was in the social media, you might have seen what transpired, signing of the MOU and also the passageway. And this is part of it. In 2014, England and Wales came to Nigeria into ICAN for twine projects, which is kind of due diligence on our system and processes and advising us as we way forward. Why? Because in our bid to make ICAN certificate an international brand, we need to have some relationship with all the recognized international PAOs so that a flexibility will be enhanced. Because an accountant is supposed to be versatile and flexible, so that wherever you go, you could brandish our certificate and obtain a local certificate there, subject to compliance with the the laws in that very jurisdiction. To clear the issue, Yinka, the Vice President, will address that. And David was talking about foundation exams going digital. As Association of Tuition Centers Proprietary. Is that what you said? Association of hand. So the Vice President and the Registrar will address that. Lawal was talking of FRC. A subscription. Well, FRC is a legal body, and as Nigerians and law abiding, we subscribe to that. The registrar will explain of that. Gafar, happiness counts. You see, my people say, the harshe da haƙoni ma ana sabawa. You know what that means? Okay. Even the tongue. Okay. Toby will. Even the tongue and the teeth, sometimes they quarrel. You know, there are times, unless sometimes you will bite your tongue, and it's very painful. So what he said, there could be some quarrel. So the ICAN Council is like any other corporate body council, whether it's a board or a council. In any board of directors, you cannot say 100% there will not be issues, but there must be resolved. And that is the essence of corporate governance and compliance. So I don't think there is anything new in ICAN Council, one way or the other, for one thing or the other, they have issues. And even if they have issues, we are all there, as I said earlier, as your representatives. And there are 6 persons who are there as representatives of the government, appointed by the Honorable Minister of Education, representing all the 6 geopolitical zones, to ensure that every section of the country is represented in the council, on the proviso that the person in that council
must be a member of ICAN and of good standing. So if there is any issue and you feel there is an issue, you are free to either go to the council, go to the secretariat, either meet the registrar or meet the president, or if it has to be a particular area or particular directorate, you go straight to the directorate, it will be clear. ICAN is not perfect, nobody is perfect. Perfection belongs to God and God alone. So it's not for our issues, our family issues. We don't make it public. And I want you to understand one thing. People envy ICAN. We're envy. There was a time before I qualified, I was eating a dikangong. You know Elephant House? You know Elephant House? In the Elephant House, okay. I was eating, there is one Calabar man who has, who get a restaurant. I did chop powdered yam and a dikangong. So we're discussing with a customer also. So he said, he told me what he was, I forgot. Then he asked me, I said, I'm an accountant. So he looked at me like that. Shut up. The point is that if you say you're an accountant, the assumption is, especially certainly you're a chartered accountant. To those who would want to be chartered accountant and will not be chartered accountant, how do you want them to look at you? Either admiration or envy. And some people will call and set up their own association because they cannot go through the mill. So if you are saying there are happiness in the council, where is it emanating from? You understand? So please just ignore that. But if you feel so strong about anything about the institute, you are free to write. You are free to go to your institute. Thank you very much. Finally, Amusa, you said the question that you asked already. What was already asked? India. It's the same MOU we signed. Yeah? Okay, the vice president was there before. We were there with the vice president, the registrar, one we signed. I think it's me and you, and there have many of us signed. I think 3 of us signed. So ICAN has, I don't want to start commenting or explaining this because the author is here. We are lucky in ICAN that we have 2 outstanding academics. The registrar is a professor of accounting. The vice president has been in academics all his life, and he's an associate professor. So it's me who is a layman. So you see, and we have a reciprocity committee, and the reciprocity committee is supposed to look at all these things, relationship with other PAOs and any other MOUs, passageways. And some of these are even his own creation or his own innovation. So I would like to leave it to him before I make a mistake. Thank you.
This is the first one on online CBT. I think that memo did not eventually go to the tuition houses. The registrar, he originated from you, from the office, but it was not eventually communicated to the Association of Tuition Houses. So it is possible that, what you are referring to is the draft. Yeah. It was signed. So we will say that is not yet effective. It's not that it's something we've abandoned. It is what we are working towards. We will eventually get there, but we're not there yet because certain things need to be put in place before we can now communicate and say we're migrating to CBT. That's what is happening globally across the other PAOs, and we will get there. But we're putting arrangements in place for now. So that's what I would say to that. Then the other ones are around the MOU, and I will leave that to the question on Anna. So what I will say is that there is reciprocity going on among the PAOs globally. As we are aware, ICAN has a reciprocity arrangement with ICAW. We also have with CIMA, we have with CPFA. And so what professional accountancy organizations are doing globally is to look at the individual PAOs and see of what quality are they made of. They go through your examination process and do some due diligence and certify themselves that your examination process and your certification is of high quality standard. And you reach a reciprocity agreement with them such that your members can be admitted as their members. So that's what has happened with these professional bodies I have told you that ICAN has an agreement with at the moment. But that's not where we've ended. The Council has deliberately set out to internationalize the ICAN certificate. You know what is currently happening now? I think they call it JAPA. JAPA. Okay. All right. Whatever it is they call it, the implication is that our members are now found across the globe in different countries. And we have a situation where our members, when they arrive in a country, and it is the ICAN certificate they have, and the ICAN certificate is not known in that country, they go into other work, types of work. Some will enter into nursing, some will do security. Yes, that's what's happening. You do security as a means of survival. So we got a request from all these members in different countries that the Institute will need to do something so that if an ICAN member arrives in a country with ICAN certificate, it can enter into, it can become a member of the professional body. So apart from the ones who announced that we have succeeded, we have work in progress with CPA Australia, CPA Canada. The Indian one that we signed is not a reciprocity, it's a mutual cooperation agreement. Somebody's asking, what does it entail? So it's a mutual cooperation. A mutual cooperation is like the first level where you then open up discussion that will eventually lead to reciprocity. In mutual cooperation, you can do things jointly, on the mutual benefit to both institutes. So that's the essence of what we signed with India. When we signed the ICAW reciprocity, it was ICAN members joining ICAW and not the other way around. So ICAW were asking us, what about if their members want to join ICAN? What will ICAN grant them? So that was when Council then looked at it that it is not just going to be ICAW, we should look at all the PAOs. And anybody that we are certified with their examination process and we are comfortable with their certification, we can also extend the membership to such professional body. And that's what made us to consider ACCA and not just the ICAW. So when we went to UK, we had to discuss with ACCA and open up initial discussion around mutual cooperation. So the body that we are currently admitting are body that will certify the examination process. So if you write an ACCA, we are sure that you actually took a rigorous exam. If you write ICAW, we are sure you wrote a very rigorous exam. And so we can admit those ones into our membership. And that then leads me to the ANAN one. The criteria for those professional bodies that we admit are that they are IFAC recognized professional PAOs. IFAC recognized PAOs. The one I mentioned are supposed to be foreign PAOs. But incidentally, we have a national PAO recognized by IFAC. At the moment, we only have one, and it is recognized by IFAC and the local law. But we are not satisfied with their examination process. So ordinarily, we would have given them the reciprocity as we are giving to ICAW, as we are giving to ACCA, because they are IFAC body, but because we know them, and we are not satisfied, and we are not sure of their certification process, the Institute said that if we are going to enter into a reciprocity arrangement, that's the one we worked out ourselves. It's not that we approached the PAO and opened up a discussion with them. We have it out within ourselves. And we say that they have to write our ICAN professional exam. So it's not that they are going to do a course for 4 months. That's not correct. And after the 4 months, they get the certificate. No. What we say is they have to do training and sit for ICAN exam. Before now, they used to write 10 subjects. Sorry, they used to write skills level and professional level. After some time, we exempted them from the skills level and allowed them to write the professional level. When we introduced this scheme, we defined a benchmark among the members of this PAO, because when you look at, I think we need to get the way the reciprocity I'm talking about works. If you're an ICAN member and you want to join ICAW, you do what we call examination of experience. It's the same examination of experience that we introduce for ACCA members that want to join ICAN. If you want to join ICAN and you are ACCA member, you have to write examination of experience. Also, if you're ICAW and you want to join ICAN, you have to write examination of experience. In the examination of experience, our emphasis is on accounting, the work experience you've gathered as a chartered accountant. And there are questions that we use to test that. So for this PA also, we would have said, the national PA, that we will do examination of experience. So we then said, okay, fine, let us define a threshold such that those that we are going to bring in will have experience. If you hold certain position in public sector or private sector as an accountant, it will be obvious that you have the accounting experience. Say, for instance, you are an assistant director or you are a chief accountant of a company, we will deem it that you have that experience. So we didn't bother to think about the experience for this national PO that we're talking about. We were more particular about the certification process, which we are not comfortable with. So that's why we did not focus on examination of experience for the national PO. Rather, we focused on them writing the ICAN exam. So they're going to write 3 subjects: corporate reporting, strategic financial management, and case study. And we know these are the difficult subjects that if they manage to pass through, then they would have tasted the ICAN exam. And it is not that once they write, they are going to pass. Some will write 4 times. Some will write 5 times. Some will write another important information you need to notice: they are going to sit the exam with other students. Same subject, paper subjects, same exam, same diet, and will be marked same way as any other student. And if you pass through the ICAN exam, I think you need not fear, unless you have not passed through the ICAN exam. If you have passed through the ICAN exam and know what goes into it, that's what they're going to pass through. What we've just done is like create an announcement effect. You can come and join ICAN. But coming to join ICAN, you have to follow the process. So it is not that you do 4 months and you pass and you. And let me tell you, the ACCA people that we tried to admit into ICAN, it was not 100% pass rate. We achieved something like 65% pass rate. So they failed those ACCA people that wanted to admit. And theirs is examination of experience, not the ICAN exam. But this national PAO we're talking about, we use the word national PAO. They have to write the ICAN exam. Thank you.
I think the Vice President deserves more applause. Thank you very much. You now agree that I'm a layman. So I hope this has laid down your concern about ICAN collecting money and dashing out their certificate. These subjects are the core subjects, and they are the most strategic subject in the whole syllabus. And I believe Mass Attack will testify that, yes, especially the case study, because this is where you are really examining as a chief accountant, CFO, financial director, chief executive director, whatever. That's for that. What I forgot to tell you about our visit to ACCA headquarters was, when we sat with Helen Brown, the CEO of ACCA, she said that ACCA is not in any country, let alone Nigeria, to compete with any national body. What they are interested is in collaboration. And to those of us who are ACCA members, even though I retired, I've stopped paying subscription. So, but 2 things that's outstanding about them is, 1 is marketing, and number 2, technical. Besides, so there is nothing wrong with ICAN collaborating with ACCA on technical issues. Finally, I want to draw your attention to one thing. The council is not the institute alone. The council alone is not the institute. The institute is the membership. So the council is always ready to listen to any member who has any concern, especially if it has to do with government. When we hold conferences, we issue communiques. When national budgets are announced or presented to the National Assembly, ICAN organize annually budget symposium, at the end of which there will be communiques which will be made available to the government. And you are aware of recent that there were positions taken by ICAN in respect of the VAT, Petroleum Industry Act. The recent one was the currency redistribution. So what I'm saying, any member of ICAN who thinks of any important national issue and would like ICAN to be the vehicle with which to reach the government or to the public, please, you are free either to come and discuss or articulate it and present it. Then it will be evaluated and then act on it accordingly. If you stay in your house or your office and discussing it, there is no telepathy in the council. So please, this is your institute. The institute stays, council comes and goes. The oldest member of the council was the person who was elected 2007. The youngest, do I say, or the latest addition, I don't want to say it, but who came in. What I'm saying, 20 years ago, none of us in the council, or even 15, 16 years ago, none of us in the council was in the council. I don't think that 20 years ago, anyone of us in the council would want to be in the council. God knows best. But the membership is there. The institute is there. Will be there, inshallah. The secretariat will be there. So please be free. You have my number anytime, call me. The only time I put my number, even when I'm sleeping, I don't switch off my phone. I only switch off my phone in the plane. Otherwise, even in the night, I only put it on silent mode. Why? Because if you wake me up 1 o'clock, I cannot go 12 or 2 o'clock, I cannot go back to sleep again. And it might affect my physiology. That's the reason. All of us here are free. Come. You understand what I'm saying? This job we are doing is voluntary, it's our contribution to society that made us what we are. This is my point. Today in Badagry, people saw my portrait and they've never known me. This is my point. Why? It's not money used to buy. We are not. So many things have been said about the council. If I go back to what Gafar was saying, so many things, they think we are sharing money. God so kind, during the presidency of Kida Jayam, he said, no cash will be brought, or no member will be paid money during council meeting or committee meeting. Just submit your account details, you get e-payment. Even before this policy. So this is how we are. But as I said, even the man and the wife, the husband and wife sometimes quarrel, but they settle themselves. You understand my point? So with that, I don't know the next session. I say, what next? And accuracy and thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you very much, President, the Presidency and the Governing Council. Before I invite the Conference Chairman before I invite you, permit me to recognize a member of the Governing Council, Unjum Muyemenena, FCA. Please give a round of applause for her. Thank you very much for taking our time to proudly. And I want to specially recognize our past zonal chairmen that are very much present here. We have the second zonal chairman, Prince Oyebade, FCA. Please a round of applause for him. Also very much in our is the 5th zonal chairman, Alhaji Mukail Ogundiran, FCA. Also very much present here with us is the 6th zonal chairman, Mr. Toluwase Ojo, FCA. Thank you very much. And the immediate past zonal chairman, Mr. Alabi Samuel, FCA. And let me specially recognize before tomorrow the district chairman for the Western Zone that has put together this program. All district chairmen in the Western Zone, can you be upstanding for recognition? Please help me celebrate them. We have put together this program. Do it better for us now. I am watching people from my district. If you don't clap, we'll meet at home. And I'm sure my other colleagues are watching too. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. You made us proud, and we are proud of you. On this note, permit me to welcome Conference Chairman, Dr. Samuel Egbedokun, as he gives the vote of thanks. Please a round of applause for him as he can.
No doubt, this village meeting has been very interesting and quite enlightening. We are grateful to the President, the Vice Presidents, the Presidency, the Council members, all our officials, those that have come out to ask questions that has really evoked the responses that we have really learned from. And all of us together for our attention, patience, and contribution. We are very, very much grateful to you. Thank you very much. Remember that the conference proper starts tomorrow. Please, let's come early so that we can start the conference as scheduled. As we go back now, I wish all of us a palatable dinner and happy night rest. Thank you. God bless you.
I'm being made to have this understanding that tomorrow there will be happy hour. How many of you are ready to go? If you are ready to go, clap for yourself. Senate President and the member of the Governing Council take their proceedings.